We all have a layer of body fat sitting on top of our muscles. And when you strip most of it away, that's when you start to see real definition. Vascularity, striations, even that shredded six-pack you've been chasing. Getting to low body fat levels like 12%, 10%, or even 8% is difficult, no doubt. But it's not impossible. You don't need to be a bodybuilder. You don't need drugs, and you don't need to starve yourself. You just need the right strategy and enough discipline to follow through. So in today's video, I'm breaking down exactly what you need to do to drop to those lean, defined, single-digit body fat levels. The smart, natural way. God. Before we dive in, though, let's be real about what this goal means. Getting to 8 to 10% body fat looks amazing. It's the visible abs, the shredded arms, the jawline, but it also comes with drawbacks. Constant hunger, lower energy, cold hands and feet, mood swings, lower sex drive. It's not sustainable long-term for most people. That's why this approach is ideal if you're re-prepping for something specific. A vacation, photo shoot, competition, wedding, and lean, dial it in, and reverse diet back to a healthier maintenance range. Around 10 to 14% body fat, where you look athletic, but feel good too. So let's get into it. Step 1. Use a small calorie deficit. If you're already under 15% body fat, a large calorie deficit will work against you. Why? Because the leaner you are, the more your body fights back against fat loss. Hormones like testosterone, thyroid hormone, insulin, IGF-1, and growth hormones start to drop quickly. Meanwhile, fat-storing and muscle-wasting hormones like cortisol start to rise. Go too aggressive with your cut, and you'll burn through muscle and feel like trash, and your metabolism will crash too. So here's the rule. 12 to 14% body fat gives 20% calorie deficit, 10 to 12% gives 10% calorie deficit, 8 to 10% gives 5% deficit only. If you're not sure where you're at, use a mirror and a visual chart. You don't need a DEXA scan. If your abs are barely visible and you've got some definition, you're probably around 12 to 14%. More cuts in the arms and shoulders? Likely 10 to 12%. Shredded with veins, closer to 8%. Step 2. Use calorie cycling. Dieting is hard. Hunger kills consistency. So instead of eating the exact same calories daily, spread them across the week. This keeps you psychologically motivated and physiologically satisfied, without slowing fat loss. Let's say your target is 12,000 calories per week, rather than eating that same amount daily. Try this. Low-calorie days on Monday and Thursday, higher calorie days the other 5 days. You still hit 12,000 total for the week. But the variation gives your body and brain a break. Make sure you always hit your protein goal, cut from carbs or fats. Not protein, use low-calorie days on rest days. And save high-calorie days for training days. This approach helps with hormone balance, improves diet satisfaction, and makes it easier to stick to your plan long enough to get results. Step 3. Skip the weekly cheat days. A lot of people hit a wall when trying to reach single-digit body fat, and cheat days are often the reason why. Even if you're eating clean all week, a single cheat day where you binge on low-calorie ice creams, protein cookies, and junk food can completely erase your weekly deficit. Some claim that cheat meals help boost your metabolism, and while that's partially true, it's not the whole story. Yes, your thermic effect of food increases temporarily after a cheat meal. But once you go back into a deficit, your metabolism goes right back to baseline. There's no long-term increase in calorie burn. Plus, cheat days can increase appetite, not reduce it. In fact, studies show that overfeeding can make you hungrier the next day, not more satisfied. So if your goal is to burn belly fat fast, ditch the cheat days. Instead, use calorie cycling to keep your sanity and stay on track without the setbacks. Step 4. Reduce calories first, then add cardio if needed when fat loss stalls. You've got 2 options. Lower your calories, increase your activity. Which one should you pick? Start with food. Why? Because it is easier to skip 300 calories than burn them with cardio, and less likely to interfere with your strength gains. Excess cardio can cause what's called the interference effect, where muscle growth is suppressed. In fact, a 2012 meta-analysis found that combining cardio with weight training reduced muscle growth by 39%. So here's how to do it right. Add low-intensity, steady-state cardio first. Like walking, keep cardio separate from lifting sessions. Ideally 6 hours apart. If combining, always do weights first, cardio after. Use cardio only as needed to create a larger energy deficit once cutting food further becomes impractical. For example, if you're already at 1,700 calories and can't go lower without losing strength or missing nutrients. That's when adding cardio strategically makes sense. Step 5. Prioritize sleep. It can make or break your fat loss. You can have the perfect diet. You can crush your workouts. But if your sleep is garbage, your fat loss will suffer. Here's what poor sleep does. Increases ghrelin, decreases leptin. Lowers testosterone and growth hormone, raises cortisol, which promotes belly fat storage, and it gets worse. One study found that cutting sleep by just 40 minutes per night during a diet shifted the ratio of fat to muscle loss drastically, from 20% fat, 80% muscle to the reverse. Another found that people sleeping 5.5 hours instead of 7.5 hours lost 60% more muscle and 55% less fat. So if you're not getting 7 to 9 hours of high-quality sleep, start there. Make it a priority. It could be the difference between losing weight from fat versus from muscle, which makes a huge difference when you're already lean. Recap. How to get shredded naturally. Here are the core principles you need to reach low levels of body fat naturally. Small calorie deficit, especially the leaner you get calorie cycling. Low calorie days on rest days, higher on training. No cheat days. They undo your deficit and increase hunger. Cut calories first. Then add cardio as needed. Sleep 7 to 9 hours. It's crucial for hormonal balance and fat to muscle ratio. Bonus tips for getting shredded faster. Use intermittent fasting to simplify your eating window and control hunger. Eat high volume. Low-calorie foods. Think leafy greens, zucchini noodles, spaghetti squash. And lean protein. Track your progress weekly, not daily. Fluctuations are normal. Stay hydrated. Sometimes hunger is just thirst in disguise. Cut alcohol. It adds empty calories and blunts fat metabolism. Yes, getting to 8% body fat is hard, but it's not complicated. You just need a plan and the patience to stick to it. You don't need fancy supplements, extreme diets, or magic tricks. Just science, consistency, and strategy. And once you get there, you'll realize something most people never do. You were capable the whole time. Let me know in the comments, what's your current body fat percentage goal? You going for visible abs or just lean and healthy? If this video helped, hit that like button and make sure you're subscribed. New fat loss content drops every week, and you don't want to miss what's coming next. See you in the next one.